Hello, hello. This is Alicia from Quick and Delish. I have two awesome recipes to share with you. We are now in June, the second week of June, and the beginning of the third week of June, excuse me. We've completed our sheltering in place here in San Francisco, and we're, we can take care of more things in our life and be a little bit more social, but we're still social distancing and wearing masks and being mindful of our exposure to reduce the risk of some sort of peak. So let's do our part. I'm definitely focused on that. So yesterday I had this idea, or I thought of samosas, and I really like Indian food. I love the different flavors that go into Indian cuisine, and when I think about making a samosa or eating a samosa, they're usually fried, and then they're like triple starch. There's the outside dough, and then there's potatoes, and then there's peas, and so there's a lot of carbohydrate there. And there's also more work. There's the dough, making the dough, or just buying phyllo dough or something like that, and then frying them and making the filling. And so there's a lot of steps, and I'm a big fan, as you probably know if you've been watching my videos. I like cutting out steps. I like cutting out ingredients when possible. And so I'm going to show you my version of it's a samosa filling potato salad. So it's the flavors of a samosa without the dough or the frying. So I roasted potatoes. I roasted 3 sweet potatoes. I really like sweet potatoes, but I roasted 3 russet potatoes. I left the skins on. They're like super caramelized and delicious. So I just put salt, pepper, avocado oil, and or sometimes I use pure olive oil for cooking. And I roasted them until they're caramelized like this at 375 for about 30 minutes. So I'm just going to add these, and these I actually let cool, but you could make this when the potatoes are still warm. I really like warm potato salad, but some of you prefer a cold potato salad because they're used to the mayonnaise type. And I'm a big fan of lots of different types of potato salads, as long as it tastes fresh and bright. I'm not a huge fan of the mayonnaise type because there's usually not a lot going on in there. Okay, so this was 3 russet potatoes, and you could certainly cut this recipe down to just 1 potato. I lost one over here. Okay. Just kidding. Okay, so what I'm gonna do to add to this, this is 4 scallions, thinly sliced. And I'm going to see how much I need of this because I have another salad I'm going to make for you as well. So this is 2 limes zested and juiced, 1 lemon zested and juiced. So that's what's in here. I'm going to use 3/4 of this, and I'm going to save some of it for the next salad I make for you. Okay, so in here, I'm going to actually add the peas first. Okay, so these are just frozen peas that I sauteed until they were hot and not frozen anymore. So I cooked the frozen peas I use pure olive oil here. I'm trying not to touch the pan because it's a nonstick pan. All right, so we have peas, roasted potatoes, scallions, and lemon and lime juice, and their zest. So to make this an Indian spiced samosa potato salad, here's the spices. So in here I have a teaspoon of turmeric, a tablespoon of curry powder, a teaspoon and a half of garam masala, a teaspoon of coriander, ground coriander seed, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, and some salt and pepper. I just did like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt and then freshly ground pepper in here. Okay, the idea is that this is going to be a super flavorful potato salad. That's what I'm going for here. So I could have roasted the potatoes, and I'm gonna add a little bit of olive oil to make everything stick together. That was about 1.5 teaspoons to 2 teaspoons of olive oil, extra virgin. Okay, so potato salad. Like I was saying, I could have roasted the potatoes with the spices on them, but I had this fear that they would just turn out really dark and black and not appealing at all. And so that's why I just roasted the potatoes with salt, pepper, and oil, and then decided to add the spices later. I also thought if I didn't want to use all the potatoes for the potato salad, then I had more options. Okay, so this is kind of a drier potato salad. But so the roasting of the potatoes gives us that caramelized taste that the fried samosa gives us. That's what I'm going for here. So we'll see. We'll see. I did it. So it's not like usually the filling of samosas is, mashed potato like with spices and peas. And the peas adds texture, and the crunchiness of the outer dough that's fried adds crunch. You may disagree with me, but I think this worked out to be a fabulous Indian-themed potato salad. I would love it if you tried this. It's super easy. You don't have to roast the potatoes. You could just boil them and add the spices after you strain them off, strain the water off. But I think this is a fabulous potato salad. And it's not all stuck together, but I think that's not necessarily something that's bad. Okay, the second recipe, I seriously want you to try that. The lime and the lemon juice together and the spices, just bring it all together. It's really good. Okay, so the other salad I'm just gonna assemble for you. Okay, so in this bowl here, getting ready for the week, so I get potato salad. I'm gonna actually have my Indian-inspired potato salad with the hard-cooked egg for dinner. That's my dinner. And I might add some veggies. I think I have some broccoli I need to use up. So that's my dinner. Okay, so the next salad I'm going to make is, I have a can of black beans that I rinsed. I have a package of like a pint package of cherry tomatoes or grape tomatoes that I cut in half. I have some scallions. I have some diced cucumber, English cucumber. And I'm going to add the rest of that lime juice and lemon juice to this salad. I'm going to add, I have some raw minced garlic here, and I don't really like to eat a lot of raw garlic, so I'm going to add about half of a clove of minced garlic. And in this bowl, I have a half of a bunch of fresh mint, a small bunch of fresh basil, as well as half bunch of Italian parsley. But I'm going to add this, I'll show you the package first before. Okay. I got this at Trader Joe's. It's called rice-oni. It's a chickpea and lentil pasta that's shaped in rice, like orzo. It's orzo with more protein. And it's pretty cool. So for a serving, it's 170 calories. Starchy carbohydrates have more calories than, non-starchy vegetables or whatever. It has 10 grams of protein for a serving. 10 grams. That's pretty impressive. So it's chickpea and red lentil pasta, and it's super fun, inexpensive, Trader Joe's item. Trader Joe's. If we're not having fun, we're just not having fun. Okay, so I cooked this. And we need to be careful when you cook bean and lentil pastas and to not overcook them, because then they turn mushy. So I just cooked this perfectly, or just barely undercooked it, and then I tossed it with a little bit of salt and extra virgin olive oil. So I cooked the whole box and I added about 3/4 of the box. And I'm going to use this spoon. Okay, I'm gonna add my herbs. I'll tell you exactly what I added one more time. Alrighty, I'm gonna go with 2 teaspoons of olive oil. I already added some lemon and lime juice and their zest. I'm gonna add some balsamic vinegar. I think probably a tablespoon. Some black pepper, freshly ground. I love this pepper grinder, even though it looks kind of aged. It grinds pepper just like I like it. And then this is 1/8 of a teaspoon. Yes, it's 1/8 of a teaspoon. I like to tell you the truth. Okay, we're gonna toss this. So this is based on my black bean and quinoa tabbouleh salad recipe. And so I like to do different things, use different ingredients with the same salad. So I added the chickpea lentil pasta. Bonza is another brand of chickpea pasta that you could check out. And remember, when you cook protein pastas, you need to make sure not to overcook them, or you're going to be upset because they'll fall apart and you'll be mad, but you're not allowed to be mad at me because it's not my fault. But the protein pastas are really good, a really good way to get more protein over regular pasta. Has very little protein, and you have to make sure to have a little bit of protein. Okay, cool. We have this awesome sort of pasta salad with black beans. The pasta has protein in it, and then I added black beans for more protein, and then cucumber, tomato, a little bit of raw garlic, basil, mint, parsley, salt, pepper, lime, lemon, olive oil, salt, pepper. Okay, I'm going to give it a taste, and then I'm going to have herbs in my teeth. I don't have anybody to tell me that I have herbs in my teeth. Okay, let's see how this comes together. I'm going to take a smaller bite. The herbs are awesome together. I kind of want a little bit more garlic, but I don't want to have raw garlic breath. And so sometimes when I don't want to have raw garlic breath and be reminded that I had garlic all day, sometimes it's kind of fun to be reminded all day that you have garlic breath or that you had something with garlic in it. But sometimes, at the end of the day and you brush your teeth and you're still tasting the garlic, it's kind of not fun sometimes. And so I might even just cook off the garlic so it's not raw anymore, and then add the vinegar and the lemon juice and lime juice to that to make the dressing. And so then it's not raw garlic tasting. And then you're just less likely for your body digestive system to remind you all day that you ate garlic. I'm not saying it's a sure win. It's a surefire approach every time, but certainly worth trying. So I encourage you to add more spices, herbs, and lemon lime juice and vinegars to your foods to enhance the flavors, to make your food explode in your mouth. We want a party in our mouth. That's what we're going for here, people. A party in our mouth. And so we have 2 awesome vegetarian meals, side dishes, or a whole meal. You can add greens to both of these. And then just make sure to add a little bit more protein to the potato salad, because the main protein in that salad is the peas. So you might want to add an egg or even some chicken, whatever you want. Some shrimp would be great in there. Some tandoori chicken. Or some tandoori whitefish of some sort. Cool. Well, so those are 2 recipes for awesome salads for the summertime. And we'll all be picnicking out a lot more this summer since we're social distancing and just kind of not going into large crowds of people. So, so that's it for me today, and I hope you try these recipes. Let me know in the comments below if you try any, and you know, whatever your version of the same recipe. What do you do to substitute? You know, what do you use instead of black beans? What do you use instead of quinoa? What do you use instead of the risoni pasta, protein pasta? Or what did you do to add protein to the Indian inspired potato salad? So cool. I look forward to seeing you more. Please subscribe and share. Would love your support, and to be continued. Until next time, I hope you'd enjoyed watching, and take care. Have a lovely evening. Toodaloo with a barrel of love.